So the worst part about this lesson, the rest of chapter 2.3, is typing all this stuff in. So number 1 from the handout, and notice I like to type in leave the parentheses blank for right now, and then go back in and fill in the blanks. Now, notice it gives ugly answers. So what? Your program will take those ugly answers. Now, your highest degree or highest exponent is a 2. There are 2 answers. So if you've got 2 answers and your highest degree is 2, you're done. How cool is that? Number next. Oops. You're not quite done. You only have 2 answers. That's a 4. That means you're not done. So, you're going to have to factor this. So, you're going to end up x squared, and this is type 4, so minus 25 x squared plus 5 equals 0. When you set this piece equal to 0, that's where you got the negative 5 and the plus 5 from. When you set this piece equal to 0, what you're going to get is x squared equals negative 5. And then you're going to take the square root. So you're going to get x equals plus minus square root, SQRT 5. And then not only that, you're going to get on the outside of that an I. Okay? So make sure you put the I on the outside of it, not on the inside, because this negative becomes the I on the outside. So now you've got the positive and negative 5, and now you got plus minus the square root of 5i. So now you do have all 4 answers. Now, number 3. 4, and you've got some nasty stuff going on here. Aha. Ooh, two nice answers. Notice I didn't put equals 0 because I really didn't need to. Both of them gave me the same thing, with or without the equals 0. Uh-oh. It's not giving me anything, so let's take off the equals 0. Now it is giving me some answers, but only 2 of them. So this one is like that last one. So factor and set each factor equal to 0 and solve. Okay? So a couple of these can get a little bit nasty. But now 11 through 16, 11 through 15. Number 16 is nasty. But 11 through 15, the worst part of it is typing it in. You have to put the fraction key in first. 1 over 2x. Arrow to the right, put your equal sign. Fraction key. 3, arrow down, x. Arrow to the right, plus. Fraction key. 1, arrow down, 6. Yuck. Aha, there it is. It's at negative 15. So the worst part of this is just typing it in. So 2 minus fraction key. 2, arrow down, x. Arrow to the right, equals fraction key. 12, arrow down, x. Shift 6 square. Now it's not giving us the answer, so hit enter, y equals 0. Now scroll in. Oh, sweet. I guess I didn't need that equals 0. Scrolling in made it. Negative 2 and 3. Yahoo! Number next. Fraction key. 5, arrow down, x minus 3. Arrow to the right equals. Fraction key. 4, arrow down, x plus 1. Arrow to the right, arrow to the left. Aha! There it is. 17. Not 17. Scratch that. Negative 17. So sometimes you have to look for your answer. Number next. Fraction key. X minus 2. Arrow down. X. Shift 6. 2. Minus 3x. Arrow to the right, minus fraction key, 2, arrow down, x, shift 6 square, minus 9. Whoa. Hit the home key. Yikes. Negative 2. Notice this at negative 3 and at 0. If I was to put in here, so your answer is negative 2. But if I put in x equals negative 3, and I put in x equals 0, notice the green line hugs the purple and the black lines. These are called asymptotes. Asymptotes. These are lines that it doesn't cross. Because if I put a 0 in here, or I put negative 3 in here, I'm going to get a 0 on the bottom. And what are we not allowed to divide by? 0. Because, and I'm going to I'm going to close those out real quick. I'm going to put 5 divided by 0. And it tells me it's undefined. So at this point right now, we're not allowed to divide by 0. So that's just some free information. So, number next, fraction bar, 4 divided by x minus 4. Let me get this in here. X plus 1 equals 2x. Whoops. X squared minus 3x minus 4. I talked to myself, y'all. Hey, my answer is 0. Yeehaw. So that was fairly easy. So those are nice. So x equals, whoops, x equals y minus 1 over y plus 5. Ignore the graph going on. I just don't want to have to try to figure out how to go back to collaborate to do this. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do this in a different way. Now, a whole number is a fraction over 1. So x is the same thing as x divided by 1. Now, when you have a fraction equal to a fraction, you can what's called cross multiply. So I take the numerator x times the denominator y plus 5. And I take the denominator 1 times the numerator, y minus 1. And what I get is x, y minus 1. Oh, wait, xy, xy plus 5x equals 1 times stuff is stuff, so y minus 1. Now, I need to take this 1 and get it over with x, and I need to get xy over with y. So when they move to the opposite side of equals, they change signs. So 5x plus 1 equals y minus xy. 1 was negative here, so it's positive here. Xy is positive here, so it's minus here. Now, I need to factor the y out of this. So that's y. So that'll be 1 minus x. So all I did was factor the y out of this. Now I need to get y by itself. And I do that by dividing by this stuff. So I have to divide this by this. So 5x plus 1 over 1 minus x. Yuck! Ain't that some nasty crap? And notice all 3 of these lines ended up laying over top of each other. So they're exactly the same line. They just look different. So DESMOS is actually kind of a nice way to check if you've done your work correctly. So that's the end of this.